Hey, what's up, MMA Kingdom? King JB's here today. Basically, I want to record a video to address something that's been going on here in the state of Indiana for quite some time. I previously talked about this man once, but I kind of listened to him as he kind of kissed ass and got back on my good graces. But recently, he says something that is really he just continued to anger me. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and release what needs to be released. And trust me, there's no coming back from this one. The bottom line of it is that some people just need to be talked about. And I told you guys that I'm going to be doing the real MMA Blacklist here in Indiana. And the first name that's going to be on that list is Donald Hoover. And I'm about to talk about it right now and why I'm saying his bitch-ass name. Because a lot of things have been going down. First of all, let me also make this clear. I want to give a big shout out to all my sponsors. But I'm not really going to mention you guys right now because not all of you guys want to be affiliated probably with what I'm about to say. So I don't want to put you guys' name in the bad light. The only people I will mention right now is Gorilla MMA because I already know how they are. They gorilla with this shit. They know what I'm about to say is gorilla, so I guarantee they back me on what I'm about to say. First of all, a lot of people criticize Donnie Bishop, and I'm going to go ahead and say right now, Donnie Bishop is not on the blacklist. He showed up and he fought Friday night, and he's earned a lot of people's respect, and including mine. So, big ups to Donnie Bishop. With that being said, I'm now going to talk about the biggest bitch in Indiana MMA, Donald Hoover. Now, a lot of y'all are saying, man, damn, you cut him up a few weeks back, man, or a few months back, man, and then he was cool. Let me explain this to you. First of all, Donald Hoover, when I bashed him, I went to the MMA Big Show, right? And everybody was there, saw it. He came up to me, and everybody, he kept sending people my way as kind of in my opinion, a way to get me to stop being angry with him. Everybody knew I bashed him, called him out, this and that. And anyway, he sent a lot of people my way trying to, show how many connections he had and trying to help me out. So I said, you know what? I consider this an apology, so I left enough alone. But it's gotten to the point now, man, where I can't take it anymore, man. His bitchness is starting to just kind of bleed out all over the place, and it needs to be discussed. So with that being said, let me go ahead and talk about this for a second. Now, Donald Hoover used to be, I guess, a respectable name in MMA here in Indiana. In fact, when I first started paying attention to MMA in Indiana, Donald Hoover was a very huge name, from what I understood. So I met Donald Hoover, and even though a lot of other people bashed him, I always came to his defense. Now, but with Donald Hoover, he kind of shit on everybody that defended him. And one of those things started back at LFC 47 when he told me a bunch of lies about, this fight that he beat up all these people and this and that. And anytime a man lies to me, I have a problem with it because, I think a man should lie about money or pussy. If you're trying to get money or fuck somebody you ain't fucked, then I understand you lying. But other than that, I don't understand you lying to another man just for the fuck of it. So I don't have a respect for that. So Donald Hoover, I lost my respect that day. But here's the thing. The Legends of Fighting Championship released Donald Hoover from his matchmaking duties. The MMA Fit Club released Donald Hoover from his training duties. A lot of this stemmed from the fact that Donald Hoover makes a lot of false promises. He'll set you up with somebody that has a way different record than what he told you just so he can get a fight signed. Donald Hoover has done a lot of shady shit over the time. He bought a championship belt for Urban Gladiators, which was his thing, and then he claimed the championship belt to be his own, like he had really won it from somebody. A lot of people question his official MMA record, which I think he says is 17-3 as a pro, much like Chris Price. But nobody sees any Donald Hoover fights anywhere. Now, he got in a domestic situation, got arrested, and shit started going downhill for Donald Hoover. So what did he do? When the LFC released him, he decided to go bash the LFC. MMA Fit Club, one of the best gyms, most respectable gyms in the place. He bashed them. All because they didn't want to do business with Donald Hoover anymore. Which to me, that's a bitch move. You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody breaks up with you and then you just gotta talk all kinds of shit about them. That's not real, man. That's not cool whatsoever. You know what I mean? That's just you crying and whining because you got broke up with, so to speak. So, you know, Donald Hoover then has tried to use all of his contacts and everything that he has to bash the LFC. The LFC is, without a shadow of a doubt, the best MMA company in the Midwest. Now, what Donald Hoover has also done, Donald Hoover has also took it to new levels in the fact that, you know, with the MMA Big Show, they had to cancel an Indiana show because apparently they're using him as their Indiana guy. And if you look at Jason Appleton's post, he said that he had to cancel the show because there was a lack of communication between the fighters and the staff. The only Indiana staff he has is Donald Hoover. So it shows you that even over in the MMA Big Show, Donald Hoover is still fucking up. Now, with that being said, you know, Donald Hoover continuously, oh my goddamn dog barking, you know, he drops little bullshit along the line to let you know how much of a bitch he really is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, he just badmouths everybody behind their back. You know, y'all know I don't. I badmouth you right here on YouTube. This shit is etched in stone forever. I can't get away from it, ever. But anyway, with Donald Hoover, what he did, like I mentioned, with Donald Hoover, like he did, basically, he had posted a comment on one of my things about how he was glad I didn't get the matchmaker job with the LFC. It was been direct competition. He said, you know, well, kind of was like I said I'd be the best matchmaker. He claims that he already is. You know, if we're supposed to be cool, you don't say that to another motherfucker. You know, especially when I'm obviously upset about it. You're supposed to say, oh man, I'm sorry that didn't happen. But right off the jump, it goes to further explain how Donald Hoover is continuously all about Donald Hoover. It's been proven time in and time out that all he cares about is himself. And with that being said, he don't, you know, he'll shit on anybody, and he's proven it time and time again. Now, you know, to top it all off, recently, you know, I went in and did a favor for the Legends of Fighting Championship, and helped them put the cage up and take the cage down for LFC 48. It was a small business transaction in which, yes, I was actually paid to do this. Donald Hoover immediately posted on my shit. So that's how you had to get in. Damn, you had to put the cage up to get into the show. Everybody knows I sit cage side at the shows. I have media credentials. I have the best seat in the fucking house. But you know, Donald Hoover, that was his way of taking another cheap shot at the LFC. But at the same time, I feel it took a shot at me. Like I couldn't have got in without taking down the cage and putting it up like I'm some sort of little bitch working off my ticket. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way that shit goes. And I'm really offended that he even said that shit on my page. You know what I mean? And so ultimately, it's just, like I said, it's just Donald Hoover's way of taking cheap shots at everybody else. And I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I want to say that the MMA Big Show, I commend them for everything they do, but they better get away from Donald Hoover. Donald Hoover's going to drag them down, just like he drags everybody else down. That's just who he is. You know, you're either 100%, you know, doing things with him, or he will shit on you. And this is the last time you shit anywhere near me, homie. Because as I told you before, I'll smack the piss out of your motherfucking ass. And with that being said, you know, I'm basically done with this shit. There's no more making up. There's no more coolness. Don't offer me none of your contacts. Don't offer me none of that shit. The MMA Kingdom, man, we've been doing... in 4 months, I'm a bigger name than Donald Hoover ever was in this state, and you fucking know it. And I think that's what bothers you, Donald, is that in 4 months, I took what you couldn't do in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Ask anybody. And most importantly, I'm not just known, I'm respected, unlike you. You know what I'm saying? But, and the reason why is because you shit on people. How you can shit on the MMA Fit Club, the LFC, Matt Gunning, now me, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to try to take a shot at me. And like I said, you speak ignorantly. You speak without knowing any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel, like I said, man, you taking that shot like the LFC had me as the little worker bitch to get into the show. It was an insult to both them and myself. You know what I'm saying? Like they would, use me like that. That's the way you did it. You know, that's the way you kind of portrayed them, and not just that. Then you portrayed me as a bitch for having to do that to get into the show. That shit's not cool, man. I'm not rolling with that. I'm not rolling with that shit at all. And I'm actually, like I said, very offended, man. So as far as I'm concerned, Donald Hoover, with your lying ass, you've been lying all this time. You badmouth everybody. You shit on everybody. You are the first official member of the MMA, the real MMA banned list, blacklist, here in the state of Indiana. This is King JB's list, and I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna make sure that everybody understands that about you. And I'm telling you, man, you're not going to get no work in this fucking state. Period. Because the truth of it is you don't belong in our sport. You don't belong. You're not a fan of the sport. You're a fan of Donald Hoover. And the fucked up thing is you're the only fan of Donald Hoover. You sat here and you talk shit and you talk shit and you talk shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've tried to be cool, man. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. And all you've done is sit there and be immature, whine. You can deal with your own fucking life, man, and deal with your own problems, man. But the truth of it is inside the realm of MMA, you have destroyed your fucking name, and it's never coming back. So my final words here in terms of Donald Hoover is, in reality you're a bitch, and you portrayed yourself to be a bitch for the last time. And so, ladies and gentlemen of the Kingdom, the first ever entrance into the King JB's MMA Blacklist is Donald Rug Hoover. With the fake record, everything he's done is just false. And so anyway, with that being said, it is what it is. Donald, don't send me no messages talking shit, because we all know you don't want none of this problem. And with that being said, just go about your business. Understand that it needed to be said. You know what I'm saying? But because I love the LFC and the Fit Club and all them, I'm no longer going to speak your name, because it's a fucking cancer. It is a fucking cancer to not just me, but to them. There is no affiliation between y'all and them, between you and them, and there's never going to be again. And me personally, I should have listened to some of the people around me a long time ago. And I didn't, and that's what it is, because I gave you the benefit of the doubt. No more benefits of the doubt. That's it. You know what I mean? You spoke ignorantly for the last time. So, Mr. Hoover, I wish you the best of luck, man. If I were you, I'd move to Ohio with the MMA Big Show, and then maybe you can get, what you want. But, my words of warning to the MMA Big Show. The longer you deal with Donald Hoover, the more likely it's going to be that your show will not be respected here in the state of Indiana. You can take that as constructive criticism, or you can take that as an insult. That's up to you. But I do know that Jason Appleton and J.L. Barger is a lot better and a lot smarter than to fall for this Donald Hoover bullshit. So hopefully y'all are listening and you realize that you're dealing with a bum. Donald, you got a problem, you know where I'm at, you know where you can find me. I'm always around. Same thing. I ain't got no problem. Show me that jiu-jitsu, whatever. You know what I mean? I typically don't like to do these videos where I just talk shit about somebody. But like I said, man, I let you off the hook the first time, and you fucked up again. So anyway, Blacklist is here. With that being said, I'm going to also announce my second member of the MMA Blacklist band list, the official Blacklist. And that name is Alex Rozman. For that bullshit he did, you know what I'm saying, at LFC 48. Number 1, he's 3-14. He sucks. Number 2, he looks like he's on the juice and still sucks. Number 3, he was a crybaby with roid rage. When McCorkle beat him, he acted like a bitch. Any man that doesn't want to stand in the center of the ring when their opponent's hand is raised is a bitch. Period. So, congratulations to Donald Hoover and Alex Rozman, the first 2 names on King JB's MMA banned Blacklist. Period. King JB, I'm out this bitch.